An interaction shared tens of thousands of times on social media. Now Syracuse police releasing their body camera video of officers confronting an 8-year-old boy caught stealing. Good evening, everyone. I'm Christy Casciano.
I'm Jeff Kulikowski. Syracuse police say the 2.5 hours of footage provides better context and shows a successful outcome compared to the 4 minutes of bystander video shared thousands of times on social media.
Channel 9's Andrew Donovan is going through the images from the other side. And just to let you know, seeing the boy cry could be upsetting to some.
The mayor and deputy police chief agree the videos are hard to watch.
Didn't we just go through this? You were crying in the backseat of my car? Remember that? Get off your bike.
Police leaders highlighting 15 minutes of footage from 3 officers' body cameras, showing their response to a Dollar General employee's 911 call that a group of boys stole a bag of Doritos. A block over, police recognized one of the culprits, an 8-year-old boy who they remove from his bike and struggled to get him into the back of a police car.
Stop, dude! Stop! Stop! Stop!
The footage shows officers berated by bystanders, including the person who posted his cell phone clip to Facebook.
What y'all gonna figure that out? You bozos?
The boy screams much of the ride.
Well, stop stealing!
It wasn't even me! So the officer was simply trying to get him in that car. And what's unfortunate is we had to redact the names, because you would be surprised how often the officer referred to him by his name.
The deputy chief points out the child wasn't handcuffed or arrested, but instead brought to his father, to whom officers told what happened in a 20-minute conversation.
You guys had no respect. Even while your dad's talking to you, I could read right through all of you. You had no respect. That's something you guys are going to learn the hard way.
So we're done with this, right, boys? You promise? Can I stop and say hi and have a conversation next time, and we'll be friends?
That last video, that is gold. That is what we want to see every time.
Well, the mayor there and deputy chief had a lot of good things to say about their officers' interaction with this child. There is still a formal review to make sure they followed protocol to the book. One concern the deputy chief mentioned, the language the officers used. Live in Syracuse, Andrew Donovan, News Channel 9.
Andrew, thank you for your reporting. Syracuse police leaders not only defending their officers' actions, they say the interaction between the officers and the boy's father is community policing 101. News Channel 9's Ira St. Moran joining us now to talk more about that conversation. So describe to us what happened. What was the conversation like between the dad and the police officers?
Well, Christy, the dad shared a lot with police officers. They had about a 10 to 15-minute conversation when officers brought the little boy home. And officers explained why they were there, saying that they were responding to a larceny call and that the boy and his brothers stole a bag of chips. The father expressed that he's trying to work with his children. He also shared some of the challenges he's facing as a father.
Now I'm there, I work a second shift, so now I get home 2 o'clock. I need some rest.
I hear you.
But while I'm sleeping, resting, my wife is sick. Her pressure went up. She made almost 2 weeks in the hospital. They didn't know that.
We had said when he's asleep, the boys leave the house and he's not sure where they go. He wanted a program for them to be a part of. The Syracuse City School District telling me that they are working with the family to help provide services to them and the children. Deputy Chief Cecil also says that the boys have been recruited and have participated in the city's police athletic league. Christy and Jeff.
Iris, thank you. And you can watch that full news conference by Syracuse Police. Just head to localsyr.com.